Reality has a radio address where you hold the microphone. America's first competition talk show.
The hub is engaging.
Talk Life.
Under orders from the state, those red light cameras are coming down and the city must forfeit tens of thousands of dollars collected in fines.
This is a recurring theme on the program. I mean, it's about every other week this comes up. That somebody, you hear a news story about the red light districts, which happen to be any district in my mind where they have the red light cameras trying to raise revenues in communities around the country. There are actually about 400 different communities thinking about putting this process in place right now, cities around the country. The theme being that it will reduce traffic congestion and that it will that folks will heed the law more, that will be safer on the roads. Ironically enough, all the impact studies they've done post-mortem after they installed these things have indicated that it actually increases the danger of driving on the roads because people overcompensate when they hear about when they see that the traffic camera has been put in place. But this one takes the cake. Lois Frankel, who is the mayor in West Palm Beach, Florida, campaigned really hard for these things. And about a month ago, Mayor Lois, she was driving down the road and decided she was going to try to beat the light. Well, she did, but they caught her tag. And the mayor of West Palm, Florida, was given a ticket. Now, here's the interesting thing. She has still not paid the thing off. She's still talking about it and heeing and hawing back and forth. There was actually a story where a camera was actually subpoenaed to arrive in court as an eyewitness to testify. It was so ludicrous that they actually threw the whole case out. They didn't show up in court, so they had no case. And it's this kind of lunacy that's going on. But, I think here in Georgia, which is where we film the Hub Internet Show, we're seeing a lot of these things being scaled back because they're not paying for themselves. Either it causes more danger, or the alternative is people do compensate, they do find out the camera's there, and they quit running the light. And it's all based on the premise of we're raising revenue for the city. So when you're no longer catching people, you're not paying the cost of having the thing in place. So, Liz, if you go to Congress, will you adopt this as a platform statement? Cheryl's saying, no, you don't. You will outlaw traffic cameras at major intersections.
You want me to tell a state what to do? That's
Well,
so unconservative of you.
Ooh, she's good. She's really good.
I can't do that. I'm sorry. I am a true conservative.
Not taking the bait.
I can't tell.
It's not up for political expedience. That's admirable.
Yeah,
that's good.
Sorry.
Well, here we go. So we'll move right along to talk.
Will the red light company donate to my campaign?
Well, we can ask. That be the case, get them on the phone right now. Who makes these things?
We're going to legislate to have red lights.
I think we heard they're made in Arizona, so and they need the revenue right now. Now, there's a debate going on right now where the Federal Trade Commission of all entities has gotten in on the debate over how to save the news. Because they have a series of ideas for saving journalism. And honestly, I think we've already saved it. It's called the Internet. And last week, we sent Helen Thomas back to Lebanon. So we're really making strides here. And
do you need to be saved?
I could be after this. But, the truth of the matter is, how did the Federal Trade Commission get involved in this anyway? This, I thought, was a Federal Communications Commission issue, right? And Heidi, you do some online video content as well. You don't have to name the name, but how does this kind of a thing impact? What are the dangers you see coming when we have completely unrelated agencies trying to determine regulation for something they really have no business in?
Well, they had a curtain that they could hide behind. They had a curtain that they could hide behind, and they could control what was being offered to the public. Now they can't hide behind anything. There are video cameras everywhere. The internet has given people a way to report on what they're seeing all around them. And so there's no way to hide the corruption any longer. And they don't like that. They need that curtain. They want their privacy. They don't want to be filmed. And it just proves that they are lying. And so it's really just the liars that want the curtain. And we need to keep it stripped off.
Well, and some of the ideas that they were coming up with were, quite frankly, it wasn't. Jeff Jarvis wrote a column about it recently, and he was saying that they had done a lot of studies about technology that could be used to remedy some of the problems that news is having with keeping the costs low and that type of thing. But they didn't put any of these things in the staff commission discussion draft that they released.
Well, what's amazing to me is if you read some of the ideas that they're doing, we want to regulate the news. We want to tell the news agencies, here's how much you should pay the journalists so the journalists can be nice to us.
Yeah. We're going to create an ideal environment.
This is bad. This is not a good thing.
Well, and I had a friend, I won't give out his name, but a former headline news anchor at CNN, and he actually got out of the industry for these type of practices. He now speaks on college campuses and journalism schools all the time, and he said, I got tired of, honestly, I don't take as many speaking engagements anymore because I went to college campuses, Q&A, why are you involved in journalism? And invariably, one, if not many students would say, because I want to change things, because I want to make the world a better place. He's like, well, then you should go into film or something else, but not journalism, because you're supposed to report the facts at this point. Neil, if we keep going in this direction, I don't know what the end result is, but we get a statist environment in news media. I don't think we get the truth.
Oh, no. What worries me is how much is going to get filtered, once they start regulating the news. How much truth is really going to get out there? What are they going to keep from us? It's like they want us to, stay dummies.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it was really about controlling the message, I mean, they've been doing that or trying to. Journalism has been notorious for this for years. I mean, since the late 1800s, we had William Randolph Hearst giving you yellow journalism at the time, his own variation of the facts. And later down the line, you had Edward R. Morrow before he worked at CBS. A lot of people don't know this, but he was involved in getting the communist ideology imported into it was before communism, but imported into the country, the feelings at the time that eventually he ended up going off at McCarthy over things like the onslaught of communism in the schools. Well, before he worked for CBS, he was involved in bringing that ideology into higher academia in America. And these are the kind of things you get a variation of the facts, but not the facts. If the problem with journalism, as they say on the face, is that it's not able to keep itself solvent these days, then it's a technological issue. Where in the world did it become an ideological debate?
Right.
Heidi?
It's not what it's about. I just see it as another way for them to take control of the media. They've had control and now they're losing it because people are tired of hearing their biases. They want the truth, and people are getting out there and getting the truth and putting it on the internet, and they want to stop it. It's very simple.
Yeah. And if you can have a patent on truth, then the patent will be patently false. And we will see you tomorrow.